National Weather United States. Late August to early September. Good day, and welcome to today's weather news forecast. We are pleased to be with you as we look back at the most notable atmospheric developments affecting the United States and the Atlantic during these final days of August and the opening of September. This is a transitional time from summer to fall, and indeed, the atmosphere is shifting in rare ways, allowing many places to experience the coolness of mid-October even though it's only late August. The first highlight of today's report is the large cold air mass that has swept across multiple states, bringing residents an unexpected sense of relief. What's drawing even more attention from experts and the public is the possibility that this cool spell may not last just 2 to 3 days, but could extend well into the first week of September. The cause is an uncommon phenomenon known as cross-polar flow, a pattern that funnels cold Arctic air directly into the central U.S., potentially prolonging these fall-like conditions. At the same time, meteorologists are monitoring the potential development of a low-pressure system off the northeast coast. While it may not become a true tropical cyclone, the interaction between low pressure and a frontal boundary could result in a hybrid system resembling a nor'easter, producing widespread rain and strong winds. Today's report will also cover tropical activity across the Atlantic. After Tropical Storm Fernand weakened, the basin is relatively quiet. However, experts caution that this calm is temporary, as we near the peak of hurricane season in mid to late September. Tropical waves moving off Africa could quickly reinvigorate storm development. And finally, we'll share today's detailed forecast across the United States, from the chilly east, the stormy central plains, to the volatile west with alternating heat waves and thunderstorms. Cold air arrives, signs of an early autumn. In these closing days of August, when many Americans still expect summer's heat, countless people are waking up to crisp, fall-like mornings. Some cities are recording temperatures 10 degrees Fahrenheit below seasonal averages, with morning lows dipping under 60 degrees Fahrenheit, something rarely seen at this time of year. In the Northeast, including Pennsylvania and New York, early morning readings are hovering at 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit, prompting residents to grab a light jacket. In the Midwest, Minnesota and Wisconsin, for instance, temperatures have fallen to the 40s degree F at dawn, numbers typically not expected until early October. Locals jokingly remark that autumn has knocked on the door earlier than expected. The U.S. Climate Prediction Center's 6 to 10-day outlook shows a deep blue swath across most of the central and eastern United States, indicating a high probability of below-average temperatures. In fact, some areas in the darkest shades of blue have a 60 to 70% chance of staying cooler than average. The 8 to 14-day outlook, September 3-9, continues to favor sustained cool weather, particularly across the central states. Experts remind us, blue shading doesn't mean record-breaking freezes, but relative drops compared with climatological norms. For instance, if Atlanta's late August norm is 88 degrees Fahrenheit, a dip to 78 degrees Fahrenheit qualifies as below average and feels notably cooler. Cross-polar flow, a rare summer pattern. What makes this cool spell remarkable is the development of cross-polar flow, a phenomenon where cold air masses from the Arctic travel along the jet stream, cross the polar region, and plunge directly into North America, typically observed in winter or early spring. It is rare in late summer. Atmospheric charts at the 500 MB level, approximately 18.000 feet, reveal a pronounced trough digging into the eastern U.S. normally. Such troughs last only 2 or 3 days, but this one is forecast to persist through Labor Day weekend and into the first week of September. Why? A strong blocking high-pressure system over Alaska and western Canada acts as an atmospheric wall, forcing Arctic cold air southward. This establishes the cross-polar flow, funneling frigid air masses nearly straight into the central U.S. Consequences include an extended period of cooler, drier weather across the Midwest and East. Northern Plains states may even see first frosts in early September, arriving 3 to 4 weeks earlier than average. Regional outlook. Northeast, highs around 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, lows 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Higher elevations could dip near 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Scattered showers possible, with a risk of small hail. Midwest, most affected by cross-polar flow. Morning lows in the 40s degree F. Daytime highs 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Potential early frost in northern farming regions. Southeast and Gulf Coast, cooler. Less humid thanks to northern air. Daytime highs near 80 to 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Coastal Florida and Georgia face isolated thunderstorms. West, California, Nevada, and Arizona remain in triple-digit heat, 100 degrees Fahrenheit plus. While the Rockies experience afternoon storms capable of producing flash flooding. Low pressure off the northeast, widespread rain risk. ECMWF model guidance indicates a low-pressure system forming off New England. It may take on hybrid traits of both tropical and extratropical systems. If development continues, it could produce winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour, widespread rain, and rough seas along Cape Cod, Long Island, and the broader New England coast. Even if it fails to become a tropical storm, this system could significantly disrupt coastal life in the northeastern U.S. and even parts of Canada. Tropical update: the calm before the storm. With Fernand dissipated, the Atlantic is momentarily quiet. However, historical patterns show that September 10 to 20 is peak hurricane season. Warm sea surface temperatures, low wind shear, and increasing moisture create a prime breeding ground for tropical cyclones. According to CPC outlooks, Sept 3-9 to 20% chance of cyclone formation in the main development region, MDR. Sept 10 to 16. Probabilities rise to 40%, especially across the Western Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico. This means residents can enjoy the current calm, but should remain aware that conditions may shift rapidly in just 2 to 3 weeks. Side story: the sandstorm warning hoax. Recently, social media circulated a map warning of a sandstorm in the southeastern U.S. In reality, this was simply a joke tied to a college football tradition involving the South Carolina Gamecocks. Yet, some took it seriously, even calling loved ones out of concern. This incident serves as a reminder: in today's digital age, weather information should always be confirmed through official sources such as the National Weather Service, NWS, or professional broadcasts. To avoid unnecessary panic, early fall arrives, but hurricane season is far from over. In conclusion, the weather pattern across the U.S. is full of surprises. Cold air has swept the nation, bringing autumn-like mornings to millions. The rare cross-polar flow supports an extended cool spell. Meanwhile, a potential offshore low threatens rain and wind for the Northeast, and the Atlantic is poised to reawaken with tropical activity by mid-September. We strongly advise the public to follow forecasts closely and stay alert as hurricane season continues. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and enable notifications so you won't miss the latest updates. We wish you a safe and peaceful day, and we'll see you again in tomorrow's forecast.